At one point in time in our lives, we all were in pursuit of one thing, and that was our dream. We all were on the pursuit of making our dreams or our purpose a reality. We all have dreams. We all have that moment, job, career, relationship, whatever you want to call it, object that we dream about when we go to sleep at night. It gives us an excitement and a zeal to see what's next into the future. It wakes us up every day. It helps us put one foot forward in front of the other so that we can keep moving in the direction of where our dreams are. Now, some of us may have given up on that pursuit. Some of us may still be on that journey. But everybody has experienced this one thing when it comes to pursuing your dreams, and that is the dilemma of seeking permission to pursue. Now, sometimes we're seeking permission from ourselves, sometimes God, sometimes it's from other people. This is going to be a really, really good episode. Welcome to the Narrative of Niles Niseem. You know what time it is. Let's get this show on the road. And we are back with another episode of the Narrative of Niles Niseem with me, your host with the most, Niles Niseem. And I'm here to drop 10 to 15 minutes of weekly motivation so that you can become the person that you were destined to become. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about permission to pursue. Permission to pursue. You know, one of the most valuable things, I think actually the most valuable thing that the human experience provides are dreams. I think dreams are the most valuable things that one person can hold dear to their heart. And I never understood and here's why I say that, because certain people's dreams have the ability to affect billions of people for generations to come. The ideas that they have, the words that they will speak, the moments that they will make could change the very fabric of reality and society as we know it. So when you have something that powerful, you don't just give it away. I never understood why people are so loose with their dreams. They tell everybody their dreams. They try to get input from everybody about their dreams. They sit there and they give it all away for free. I never understood that, because imagine the most valuable thing to, let's think about it like this. Okay. Your home. Your home is supposed to be your safe space, your house, right? You don't just give the keys to anybody. Why? Because if you gave the keys to anybody, okay, they'll come in, they may wreck shop, they may break things. You know what I'm saying? They might vandalize your home. They might invite other people over into it, which adds more mess into your home. And at the end of the day, your home could be completely wrecked if you just give the keys to anybody to your house. And on top of that, imagine if you gave your key to somebody, not just a copy, but your key to the house of somebody. Now you have to ask permission, right, to walk within your own home, to use something that already belongs to you. It's the same thing with a car, right? You're not giving anybody the title of your car. You're not letting anybody else put their name on the title to your car. Why? Because once they do that, you now have to seek permission to use your car, the one that God gave you, the one that you have worked hard to buy, the one that you're making payments on, the one that you are doing the work to upkeep the maintenance on. You see what I'm saying here? Why are you so flippant with your dreams? Your dreams are more important than any car or any house or any other object that you have in possession. And yet for some reason, you take that stuff more serious than the very thing that God gave you, his best gift he's given to you, besides salvation. So why? Why? Why would you give people the title to your dreams? Why would you allow people to put their name on your dreams? Why would you give people the power to have to give you permission to pursue your dreams? Let's answer that question. Now, here's the thing, though. I don't believe people do it on purpose. I don't. I don't think that people give permission to people give the power of permission to people on purpose, okay? I don't, but we still do it. And it's something we need to stop, because you need to understand that there is a timeline, right? There is a timeline that is going on where certain things need to happen within a specific time period. And it's far out of the human mind to even fathom this timeline of how things are going. Okay? And what happens is when we give people the power to have to give us permission, what we're doing is we're throwing off the timeline of something that's much greater than us. Okay? Because while you're waiting for that approval from somebody else, you are stopping millions of people from getting blessed. Because remember, the dream that you have is bigger than you. So while you're waiting for that one friend or that boss or that family member or that spouse or that brother or sister to give you permission, or that group to give you the head nod, there are people that need you to become the person you need to be, and you are stopping yourself from doing that because you're waiting for other people. Why are you trying to give human beings the power over a God-ordained thing? That's not how that works. Human beings can't even fathom what they're going to eat within the next 30 minutes. And you think the world-changing and life-changing dream that you have should be given into their hands? No, not at all. Not at all. And as I'm saying it, I get it. You're probably thinking, Niles, that doesn't make sense. Why would somebody do that? Again, I don't think it's on purpose, but here's why I believe that people do it. Okay? Trauma's a real thing. Trauma, life experiences, they're all very real, and they're all very, very, very compatible with this topic. You see, a lot of times, the very people that you are seeking permission from are people you have experienced trauma from. Let's just be honest. It might be a parent, friend, or a spouse. Because what's happening is you're seeking that approval because you never got it from that person. You never got it from that institution. You never got it from that friend group. Something was missing within the transactional relationship between you and that person. And now it's almost like you're trying to get what you didn't get there at that moment, and you're trying to get it now. What you're subconsciously telling yourself is, okay, I know I didn't get that love, support. I didn't get that acknowledgement. I didn't get anything that I thought I needed out of that relationship. But if I can still get this person to acknowledge my dreams and give me that head nod, everything will be squared away. And that's what happens. But here's the problem. 9 times out of 10, you're never going to get the acknowledgement, the head nod, or the approval from the people that you're seeking it from. And here's the crazy thing you need to understand. Even if you do get it, I promise you, it won't feel as good as you thought it would. It won't feel as good as you thought it would. The sky's not going to open. Firecrackers are not going to pop off. You're not going to have some light bulb moment. You're not going to have this internal happiness and joy that's going to burst from the wells of your soul and that's going to make you finally feel better. You're just going to realize that, okay, they acknowledged me. Now what? And you would have wasted weeks, months, sometimes years, even decades waiting on something. And when you finally got it, it wasn't as good as you thought. You want to know what feels good? When you accomplish something for you. You want to know something that lives up to the moment, that lives up to all the work and the expectations? When you do something that God has placed on your heart and you complete it with His help, yeah, that's what feels good. That's what will make you feel something true. The true meaning of pride in a good way, the true meaning of joy, the true meaning of passion, the true meaning of excitement, the true meaning of fulfillment. But when you're waiting on this other stuff, trust me, what you're looking for, they're empty calories. They're empty calories. They're nothing burgers. They're nothing but hot air that takes space. Trust me, the approval of the people will not fulfill you. So stop wasting your time waiting on it. Go chase your dream. You don't have time to waste. If you're watching this podcast right now, I believe that there is something that is universal, immortal. I'm talking something that is bigger than life that has been placed within your mind and in your heart. That is not up for man to control, so stop giving it to man to control. And a lot of y'all are doing this subconsciously, and you need to go find that person. You need to go find that friend group. You need to go find that institution and release them for them duties. You need to wish them best on their future endeavors because they need to no longer be the CEO of your dreams. Terminate their contract because guess what? All the contracts and all the relationships that you have in your life, they are at will. They are at will contracts, can be terminated at any point in time. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that is the bottom line. You need to go terminate those contracts, terminate those emotional bonds, wish them best for their futures endeavors. And then that way you need to make a decision with you and God today that I am no longer going to wait for permission to pursue my purpose and my dreams. I'm not waiting for that. Go headstrong and go after it. You have everything you need. Take a deep breath. If you just breathe in oxygen, you have everything you need. Because if you breathed in oxygen, that means you're alive. And if you're alive, that means you have a chance. And if you have a chance, that means you can go chase. Get on it. Get on it. And I know when we have trauma, it's hard for us to let go. Sometimes it can take a prayer. Sometimes it takes a face-to-face interaction with that person to say, why didn't I get what I need to get from you out of that moment? But whatever you need to do, go break those chains. Break those chains so that you can go chase. Chase those dreams. Pursue. Run head first. Go 90 to 100 miles an hour going straight to your dreams so that you can make it happen. Because here's the thing. We can get money back. Objects back. We can replace things, but we cannot replace time. Time. And here's my thing. Do I believe that God can make anything happen, anything that's happened in your life, he can make it turn for your good? Yes. But it doesn't always have to be that way. This waiting season that you have, this stalling period, trust and believe, some of y'all are being stalled for a reason, yes. But some of y'all are the reason you are being stalled. You. Because you won't let go. And you could have been 15 steps ahead of where you are right now, but you're still waiting on the head nod. So here's what I want you to do. Not only, because these are the action steps to really make it happen. Not only do I want you to go find that person, find that institution, find that group of people, if it's true, if they're alive too as well, and if it's truly that face-to-face confrontation is what you need. If that's what you need, not only do I want you to go do that, I also want you to confront and go find yourself. Yourself. Because you can square everything away with everybody else, but guess what? You still be stuck if you don't give your own self the head nod. I want you to go into a mirror and I want you to give yourself a high five, give yourself a nod of approval, and acknowledge yourself. Because who the heck is going to acknowledge you if you can't acknowledge you? And once you do that, immediately get on your knees and pray. Because once you have the go from you and the go from God, there is no one else that can stop you. No one else. When those two things are on the same frequency, there's nothing else that can stop you from doing what you need to do. I don't know who needed to hear this weekend. This week, I don't know who truly needed to understand this, but you don't need permission to go after your dreams. You already have it. From you. From God. Get after it. Some of y'all are using that as an excuse because you're scared. But in this time and season, we don't have time to be scared. We don't have time to be afraid. Actually, sometimes I take that back because you might be scared. You might be afraid. And I can't say that we don't have the time for an actual human emotion. What I will say is this. We don't have time for fear to imprison us. You can be scared and afraid all you want to as long as you're moving forward. You can be scared and afraid all you want to be as long as you're still doing what you need to do and pushing yourself. I believe in you. I believe the dream that's been put in you. And I believe that this is the moment where you're finally going to go chase it. Maybe I might be wrong. But I just got a good feeling about you today. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's always a pleasure to talk with you all today. I'm going to see you next week for the next episode of the Narrative of Niles Niseem. Take the action steps, move forward, chase after your dreams, and I promise you, one of these days, one of these episodes, you and I are going to be looking at each other at the top of the mountain at the promised land saying we did it. And what a day of rejoicing that's going to be. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.